Well, hey folks, this video is going to be about these electric rechargeable trailer dollies that you can pick up on Amazon and eBay and other various websites. They're all pretty much the same thing in this weight rating. This one's for 3,500 pounds um, total weight right here. You can see it's got a little differential in it. It's got a case that houses the electronics and the batteries. This is a 24-volt system. You got an on-off switch there. That's what turns the power on or off. And you've got your little gauge here. It tells you how charged the batteries are. This switch here is for forward and reverse. And then this here is your speed control. It's variable. But what I really want to talk about are the chargers that some of these come with, or how some people are charging them. So let's get into that. So let me open this here and I'll show you what's in here. Pretty simple. There's the controller right there. It does have a brushless motor on it. It has two 12-volt batteries, 9 amp hours each, which makes 24 volts total. These are brand new batteries I just installed, and I'm going to show you why I put new batteries in it and why the charger that comes with some of these, or the chargers people are using, may not be the best. The charging port for this, I believe it's right down here. No, it must be on the other side. Let me find that. Yeah, so the charging port's right here, right? And that's the problem. So I saw another video made by a guy, I guess a year or two ago, and he was just ranting and cussing and just really pissed off, saying that anything made in China is just garbage, throw it away, blah, blah, blah. I believe he bought his like at a Tractor Supply or something under the Goodyear brand, I believe it was. But it doesn't matter. They're all pretty much the same thing. In his video, though, he doesn't understand how to charge batteries. So I bought this from the original owner, right? He said he only used it a handful of times. I believe him. It looks brand new. And he gave me the charger that he said came with it. Now, I can't verify that, but that's what he's telling me, so I believe him. Okay, so here's the charger he gave me right here. And, it's got the correct little plug on it there. Just, plug in the wall. But when you read this, what does it say? Lithium ion charger. Output 42 volt DC at 2 amps. Now, the polarity is correct. Now, I can't tell you if this came with it or not. I wouldn't think it would, but the other video I watched by the other guy that was really ranting about his, well, he had the same problem, and he blamed it on the batteries. Because they were Chinese batteries. Well, all these little batteries are made in China or Mexico or who knows where else, right? The Philippines, they're all made somewhere else. And it's not the battery. That's not the problem. The problem is these chargers, because his batteries looked exactly like the ones I'm going to show you right here. Let me grab them. Right, here you go, guys. As soon as I bought this, I looked at the batteries and I knew right away I was going to order new batteries for it. And the fellow I bought it from, he wasn't trying to hide anything. I mean, I got a real good deal on it. These things sell for like nearly $1,000 online, and I paid a fraction of that. But even he mentioned, he said, I just don't really seem to trust these lead acid batteries. And I knew right away it wasn't the fault of the battery. It's the charger is what it is. See, 9 amp hour. Look at how these batteries have ballooned outward. Is that not terrifying looking? Same thing with this. I mean, that's crazy, right? That's just I mean, if these would have exploded, who knows what they could have done. I mean, I don't know how dangerous they are compared to lithium batteries, but nothing good could have came out of those blowing up and, spraying acid all over the place. Who knows what they would have done. The very least, it could have just damaged the components of it or something. But I wonder if this charger did in fact come with this, because the other guy's video, his batteries did the same thing, and like I say, he blamed the batteries. He didn't understand this was not the correct charger. And I even plugged this in with these batteries fully charged to see what it would do, and it wouldn't stop charging. It was just dumping in that crazy voltage to them. So if you have one of these, I encourage you to look at your battery charger and see how many volts. It shouldn't be any more than 24 volts. This one's 42 volts. That's almost double. Um, so yeah, this could be very dangerous. And I've seen quite a few people that have had the same problem with these chargers. So I would not recommend these at all. I'll show you what I have that I'm going to use that actually works and is safe. Now, I first ordered this little battery charger on Amazon probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And it was about 25 or $30. I think they're down to like $25 right now. Instead of saying seven stage charging, now they say 8 stage charging, and they actually put like some type of a brand name on them. But they look identical. They're the same exact thing. So when I first ordered this, I just ordered it for a little trickle charger, and I wasn't expecting much out of it. You know what, guys? I've got a 200 amp big battery charger on wheels, an old school one. I keep it in my shed. I don't even use it more. I have two of these. I think these are like 75 amp, your standard 515, 75 amp boost. I've got two of these. I rarely even grab these anymore. Believe it or not, this little tiny thing right here has become my go-to battery charger. Um, you can select, between the type of battery it is. If you have a, AGM, a wet cell, I guess motorcycle, and I have used the repair. It does like a pulse to it, and I've had excellent luck with this. But I didn't think it would work. I thought it was a gimmick. It works. Um, I've got nothing good to say about this little cheap Chinese battery charger. It's been great. And, it compensates for the ambient air temperature. It lets you know at how many amps it's charging. Um, so if it's cold, it knows, if it's hot, it knows how to charge the battery. But anyways, one of these right here, it'll charge 12 or 24. It'll automatically um, sense it and put it on the right charge for it. And they just work great. I mean, I use these on my deep cycle batteries. My F-150 here pretty much just sits in the garage. I don't drive it very often. And, these modern trucks, they draw a lot of juice. If I leave it sit here for a month and I don't drive it, the battery's going to be, at 12 volts or under. And I'll simply just pop this on it, leave it on there for a few hours, and it'll be, exactly where it's supposed to be. Like I say, I use it on the deep cycles. I've used it to repair batteries with surprisingly good results. And it'll work on that little dolly over there. You can either unplug the batteries inside, charge them independently, one at a time at 12 volts, or you could just charge both of them together. You could actually use that battery charger that came with it and just cut the end off of it, strip the wires, and just use these alligator clips here. And unlike that one, this one will sense the voltage, the amperage, and it will shut it off when it's supposed to. I've already tested it. You can see I've got it plugged in here. I don't have a battery on it, but if I'll put a battery on it real quick so you can see how it'll charge. See, right now it knows from the temperature it's summer. It knows there's not a battery, and I know it does have short circuit protection if you hook the polarity up backwards on the battery, so you won't fry something. Here, I've just got the charger set down here, and I've got a deep cycle right here. I'll just plug it on there. It should be almost all the way charged. And it's going to sense it. See that? It's going to start charging. It knows it's almost 100% charged. 14.5 volts. It's charging at 2.7 amps. That's all it needs. I mean, I think this will charge up to 10 amps, I believe. And it'll tell you the temperature in Celsius, 28 degrees Celsius. And it'll just do its thing. And great little charger. And it's perfect for that dolly. Absolutely perfect. You're not going to damage any batteries with this charger. So anyways, folks, if you have one of these and it came with a charger that plugs in, but it's not shutting off, or the voltage is incorrect like I've shown, or if your batteries are starting to bulge, don't use this thing. It's dangerous. Just get one of those. I know it sucks to buy something and then have to spend an additional 25 or 30 bucks on top of it, but I'm telling you, get a charger like that and you'll never have trouble with this at all. And plus you can use that charger, on all your other vehicles and batteries and, whatever else you need to. And, these things sit around. You're not going to use this thing every day or every week or probably even every month if you're a homeowner. So, just maybe, a few times a year, a couple times a year at least, just plug it in, let it top the batteries off. You might want to unplug them when they're not in use in there. That way they'll last. Because if you leave batteries sit around for years and you don't charge them, they're going to go flat. Anyways, folks, that's my recommendation. Be careful for these. You don't want these to explode. These look like they are pretty close. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. Catch you next time.